Hello, my beautiful friends. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Cheryl, and this is Your Journey Yoga. Today, we are going to do some poses that help fight depression and anxiety and negative energy. Yoga in general is a great way to help fight negative energy and tension and tightness that kind of lingers in our joints and in our head. So connecting with your breath is key. Quieting the nervous system is key. So anxiety just riddles us with pain and discomfort and tightness and tension. So to be able to release that, what a gift, you guys. So some wonderful poses. This is not a super long yoga session. So one of the wonderful things is you can come back to this as often as you need to. This is a great way to decompress from the day if you've had a really stressful day or just feeling kind of out of sorts at any time. These are wonderful, wonderful, wonderful poses. So glad to have you. Thank you for being here. Please know that these are all optional, right? So if something is not right for your body, that's going to cause you more strain and discomfort and that kind of thing, opt out of them, okay? Do what feels good and what allows you to breathe to your fullest capacity, because those exhales, guys, are what are going to rid you of that negative energy and that tension and tightness. All right. So thank you for being here. Wonderful. So excited to have you. We're going to start in child's pose. So on your mat, even if you don't have a mat, it's okay. We're going to extend those arms out and we're just going to reach those sit bones back and just slowly melt into our child's pose. So say the knees are a little tighter or you're taking care of knees and child's pose isn't great. You can place a pillow, folded up blankets, towels between your heels and your bum to give you a little lift, but allow you to sink in. So really we just want to find that place we can let those hips be heavy and feel that great stretch all the way down through the spine, into the hips, through the shoulders, and just breathe. Let your breath settle. So that deep diaphragmatic breath, guys, is going to send messages to that nervous system and let it know that it's okay, that all is well. Life is good. We rid ourselves from tension, tightness, worry, anything that's not going to serve us well. Now you can actually just stay here in this traditional child's pose. Or if you're feeling like, wow, I just need to move, I just want to do something a little bit different, we're going to lift just slightly and we're going to walk those hands to the left, reaching through the right fingertips and pressing your hips to the right, and then release the weight of the upper body back down. Now never to the point where you're like, oh, all of a sudden nervous system kicks in and it's okay, what are you doing? We want it to stay calm. We want the breath to stay slow and deep. And we want to let go. Deeper stretch down that right side of the body, into the hip. Inhale, lift just slightly back through center, and only if it feels right, to the right, and reach through your left fingertips, pressing your hips to the left. And again, we just come back to that child's pose position, only we've offset ourselves a bit as we're reaching to the right and pressing those hips to the left. Again, if that's too much, just back off. Okay, we're not going to a 10. We're kind of hanging out at a 5 or a 6 on that intensity scale, or even less. If your breath is telling you you're a little too deep, listen to it. And inhale, come back through to center, and again, find that child's pose. Let yourself melt. Extending those arms out nice and long, hands shoulder width apart, spread your fingers wide. We're going to lift the forehead, tuck those toes, press and lift your hips to the sky. So our downward facing dog, there's this gentle stretch all the way down the spine, through the shoulders, and out through the tips of the fingers. Core is strong and engaged. There's this beautiful stretch down the backs of the legs. Now, sometimes downward facing dog can be pretty challenging for some. So if you want to add that movement, we inhale it to plank. And then as you exhale, press it back to down dog. So that movement, we're still strengthening the shoulders. We inhale it back to plank. And exhale it back to down dog. So we're getting the benefits of that down dog without too much pressure, too much tension in those shoulders. Inhaling it to plank and exhaling it to down dog. Now another great variation of this is to just make it a little bit smaller here. So we would transition from a modified plank to a child's pose. So if down dog is not great for you, it's okay. You can still get the benefits. We're letting go of worry, right? We're letting go of frustration and anxiety. So if that bigger variation is right for you, yep, we're going to stay with that. Let's do one more. And either coming back to child's pose or back to your down dog. And we're going to alternate bending knees. Fresh blood flow to the brain. Blood flow moving through the body. Gently working the joints, mobility. Strengthening those shoulders, those arms, the core. As you exhale, let both heels sink. And let's inhale it to high plank. Now you can release those knees to the mat or keep the legs long, and we're just going to slowly lower down. All the way down onto the tummy. Untuck your toes, and we lift the upper body, just lifting that chest, drawing those shoulders back to Cobra. Now, Cobra is a wonderful variation for you to be at, modification, if upward facing dog is not great for you. Gently releasing the upper body back down. As you exhale, if you'd like to come to upward facing dog, press through those hands and we rise up to the tops of the feet, pressing those hips towards the ground but keeping them off of the ground, rolling those shoulders back and away. And gently release the hips, gently release the tummy and the chest. Good breath in and out. We're going to do that once again. Take a big breath in and either coming back to Cobra or pressing, extending those arms, pressing those hips back towards the ground. Lift your gaze, roll those shoulders back, activating through that upper back. Strong. How much of your thighs can you get off of the mat? Release your knees and press it back to child's pose. So that can be pretty intense. So we want to have a healthy amount of challenge. Let's gently roll the wrists and bring the palms to touch. Bending at the elbows, bringing those elbows just right along the side of your head. Heels of the hands just gently resting on the back of the head. Relax your jaw. That gentle touch of the palms, a sense of soothing energy. Gently extend those arms, resting the outside edge of your pinky to the mat. Palms just gently touching, no tension in those shoulders. And as you're ready, walk your hands up. Let's come over onto one hip. Sweep your feet around and slide on down towards the top of your mat. We bring the hands behind the thighs and just gently roll it back, finding a safe way to come down onto your back. Bringing the hands down by your sides. We pull the feet in, feet hip width apart, hands down by your sides, palms to the mat. And we're going to tuck the pelvis so that the small of the back presses into the mat. Now keeping those knees right in line with those hips, press through your heels and begin to lift your hips, peeling your spine off the mat, one vertebra at a time. Up to bridge pose. Noticing the engagement of those glutes and the hamstrings. Feeling that stretch through the hip flexors. Strength in the belly. chin towards the chest. We bring the hands behind the back, interlacing your fingers, rolling those shoulders underneath you one at a time, and really press and lift those hips to the sky. Close your eyes. Find that breath, feeling a sense of joy in the strength of your body, opening your heart, stretching through that belly. If you like, walk your feet in a little closer to those hands and press and lift those hips. If you like, lift your heels, come up to the tips of the toes. Gently release the heels, release the hands, and unroll those shoulders one at a time, slowly lowering back down. Pulling those knees in towards your chest, hands to the shins just below those knees. Pull it in nice and tight and gently rock side to side. That's a great one. Really great pose for strengthening through those glutes and those hamstrings. Just an added benefit also of releasing anxiety, worry, those sensations of depression, getting the mindset of feeling strong, able, coming back to center. Let's do bridge pose once again, releasing the foot right by your bottom, and then the other. Hands once again down by your sides. We tuck the pelvis, small the back, pressing into the mat, and here we go again. Lifting those hips, squeeze your buns. Lifting all the way up. Breathe. Now let's slowly lift those fingertips towards the sky and then take the back of the hands towards the mat overhead. Inhale, lift your fingertips and then slowly lower those palms back to the mat. Squeeze your buns, lift. We lift those fingertips towards the sky. Back of the hands to the mat. Lift the fingertips and slowly lower palms back to the mat. Ever so slowly, one vertebra comes back to the mat at a time. Keeping those glutes engaged, feeling each and every vertebra touch. We're in control. And we allow it to come to rest. Extending that left leg out, right knee comes in, right arm extends out to a T, left hand to the outside of the right knee, and just gently pull your leg across your body. Keeping both shoulders on the mat, we turn and take our gaze out over that right arm. Close your eyes. Let your body just melt. Let it surrender into where it's ready to go. Soothing digestion. Letting go of tension, worry, anxiety. Literally wringing it out of your being, your mind, and your body. Breath just coming back to center. Slowly we roll it back to center. Extending that right leg to the sky. Point your toes, lengthen your leg, little external rotation through that hip, and slowly lower your leg down. And allow it to come to rest. Left knee comes in, left arm extends out to a T, right hand to the outside of the left knee, and gently pull your leg across your body. Keeping both shoulders on the mat. Turn and take your gaze out over that left arm. Close your eyes. We find that breath. We soften our eyes. We relax our jaw. And we work to let go of whatever's not going to serve us, right? Each and every pose helping to let go of that. Recognizing that you are never alone, my friends. Releasing that right hand, rolling back to center. And we're going to draw that right knee in. Bringing the hands down by your sides, extending the legs to the sky, and flex your feet. Just holding here. So if you are taking special care of your neck, your lower back, your shoulders, or if you happen to have high blood pressure, this is where we're going to stay. You can even opt to moving close to a wall and doing legs up the wall. And just what that says, legs just resting against the wall, bottom against the wall, and your back against the floor. Otherwise, we're going to come to plow pose, taking those feet back up and over. Legs can be long, or those knees can be bent. Legs can be together or apart. Arms can be extended behind us. Fingers can be interlaced. You can stack those shoulders, rolling them underneath you if you like. Just find that breath. One of the most amazing poses, along with legs up the wall, for truly quieting the nervous system. Making sure that that breath is flowing slow and steady. Not looking side to side, just keeping that gaze right up towards those legs. If you like, you can bring the hands to support at the small of your back. Truly finding the place that is best for you today. Releasing the arms, unrolling those shoulders, and ever so slowly roll it out. With those toes pointing towards the sky, let's bend those knees. Just pull them in nice and tight. And let's gently release one foot to the mat and then the other, opening those arms out to a T. And we're going to open up those feet just as wide as feels good to you. And we're going to rock those knees side to side. Big, full, deep breaths. So yeah, we really slowed things down today. Present within the breath. Allowing yourself to really let go and sink in. Now, whichever direction those knees are going, let's take them over and just hold. Allowing the hips to shift however they like. Allowing those knees to be heavy. So whichever direction those knees are going, we're going to take our gaze in the opposite direction. And close your eyes. Letting go of any tension that might be hiding in your neck, definitely in that spine, in those hips. Guys, it's totally normal to get stressed out from time to time, to have a little bit of anxiety, even if you are the most chill person in the world. Now take your gaze back to center and shift. Now those knees go in the opposite direction. And just let the legs be heavy. Don't judge yourself for having anxiety, depression. Guys, it comes with life. Be supportive. Be kind to yourself. Show yourself some grace. Now, whichever direction the knees are going, take your gaze in the opposite direction and relax the weight of your head. I have many people in my life that I love dearly that deal with anxiety, depression, stress, overload stress. And it is so important, guys, that we learn techniques to effectively and efficiently let go of some of those things. It is part of life, unfortunately, but it also gives us perspective on those great days where we feel light and carefree. We turn our gaze back to center, drawing those knees back to center. We're going to heel toe those feet in just a little bit, and we're going to draw the knees together and just let them rest against each other. Arms can come down by your sides. You're welcome to rest your hands on your tummy. You can take your arms overhead, literally just take them wherever it feels right to you. And make whatever adjustments you need to make to find a comfortable place. Close your eyes and breathe. Shavasana. An opportunity to be still, to breathe, to let that positive energy flow through you and to you and from you. Now, if you find that you just can't quite relax, you're welcome to extend those legs out or come into an entirely different position. Again, resting your hands wherever you like. And we're going to take a moment and we're going to visualize a clock. Now this clock, I want you to see whatever kind of clock it might be. What's it made of? What do the numbers look like? Take in all the details. Now within this clock, on this clock, there is a time. This is your favorite time of day. Favorite time of night, whatever it is. I want you to see, whether it be numbers on a digital clock or the hands on the face of your clock, pointing to that perfect time. Your favorite time of day or night. What is it about this time that you truly love? Is it the light outside? Is it the temperature? Is it where you are in your day? Do you feel the joy? That sense of gratitude in being here right now in this special time of day? And now slowly, gently watch as that time changes to the perfect time for you to wake up. Now this doesn't have to be when you typically wake up. This is your perfect time. If you could wake up at any hour, feeling refreshed, feeling light, energized, stay here with that great sensation of being energized and fully ready for the day. A sense of peace, a sense of calm, a smile on your face and in your heart. And hold on to that sensation as you begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Extending those arms, either overhead or down by your sides. Just make yourself as big as you can. Oh, stretching and feeling that beautiful energy moving through you. Take your time, and as you're ready, draw your knees into one side, rolling to one side, and using the strength of your arms, literally take whatever time you need to come up to a seated position. We rest our hands comfortably. We sit up nice and tall and take big, deep breaths. We bring the hands to heart center and a gentle tuck of our chin towards our chest, just taking a moment. Recognizing the gift of today. The amazing power within your breath and within you to let go of negative energy, to calm the mind, the body, the nervous system. Reassuring yourself that you have it within you to find that peaceful place each and every day. We all have stormy days, and they will pass. Knowing that you have so many people who love you. You have the support you need. If you don't feel you do, reach out. It's there. Let's gently open the eyes, lift your face. I appreciate you more than you know, my friends. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. I hope this helped. I hope you feel the lightness and you feel that energy. From me to you, my friends, light and love. Until the next time, take care of yourselves. Be well, and namaste.